newcomers. Same thing with Kiviano Francis. And then some familiar names along the back for Marshall, Tio Gadar, Tiago Apolinario playing. It depends on their personnel. But this is a George Mason team that obviously is a lot of high caliber as Marshall turns it over deep in George Mason territory now. There's a left foot, kind of good defending that time by Marshall as the herd turns over. George Mason, far side, ball crossed in, headed out of the air. Now Larry Noel heads it, trying to get it to Francis, and then it's headed away by George Mason. And it'll be a corner from the near side. It'll be a beer sales corner. A lot of movement in the box. Pinto sends it in, looking far post, headed back to the 6-yard box, headed towards the far post. And that's how this team has been so good the last few seasons. Giop near side, one of those transfers, one of those newcomers for Marshall. A couple step over moves, tries to play it into the box, and just a real headed straight up. And again, George Mason tries to clear, Scherer takes it away. Scherer tries to cross off the foot of a Patriot. And it'll create Marshall's third.
Up scoring against Furman in the NCAA tournament.
Marshall skips the ball through the back line for George Mason. Now Giop, right foot deflected away. Francis with you. And then one of those quality newcomers. Ball deflected on for Marshall. Francis inside the 18. One touch. Tried to hit it off the outside of the right in one season. Corner kick now for Marshall. Yasha Scherer, hand goes up, hand comes down, ball in, deflected. First collegiate goal by Marshall for the transfer Larry Noel from Salt Lake Community College, and the herd takes the early 1-0 advantage.
A beautiful ball in off the corner kick. Yasha Scherer put it on the spot. Larry Noel, 6 foot, coming in, cleaning it up.
Noel, 9 goals last year at Salt Lake Community College. He had 2 hat tricks last season. One versus Pacific Northwest, one versus Truckee Meadows. And gets his first Marshall goal, a tremendous corner. 9 assists last year for Yasha Scherer. His first of the season now for Marshall. And just like that, for a lot of different reasons. Fernandez takes the free kick into the box, headed in the air, but really no harm as Rose snags it out of the air. Roberto pressuring and turns it over. Up ahead, Roberto now. Roberto, top of the 18, plays it off De La Vibora. De La Vibora, left foot! Joel Roberto on the assist. De La Vibora, his first Marshall goal, and the herd leads 2-0. 3:09 to go in the first half.
Welcome to college soccer. David De La Vibora. Wow, I'm going to butcher that right off the bat. De La Vibora.
De La Vibora. They're going to review it, I think, to see if De La Vibora was offside when Roberto laid it off to him. And Alex Perez is going to come over as you see De La Vibora celebrating with a couple teammates. Pose for the camera, right? Take a look at the review. Goal was good. The question is, was he offside? That's the big question. They'll go to the all-22 camera to take a look. You immediately see some of the hands come up high in the air into this offensive attack. Sergio Fernandez, right foot cross in, headed down, and deflected away by Rose, and then cleared out by Brown. Foul called on the Patriots. And that'll bring us to an end here in the first half. Marshall gets goals from Larry Noel on a corner kick. The assist from Yasha. See everything he said. We didn't get to see it. What do you mean? He said, think about it. When we did official visits as you're going into last spring semester, as the ball's deflected away, Marshall back on the attack now. Thundering Herd, top of the 18. Tries to leave it off. Deflected! De La Vibora had a chance. And it rolled wide off of him. It'll be a goal kick now for George Mason. He said, we didn't have a chance to really meet him. He said, what exactly happened was you're trying to get guys in for official.
Obviously has been very good at doing that.
Ball played down the far side now. Great job, Iliota. creating some opportunity for him. Ball crossed in and deflected, an own goal for Marshall. Apolinario trying to clear it off of his foot and into the net. As it's going to be 2-1 now, just George Mason pushing the envelope. That was actually Amaro whose foot it went off of. George Mason pushing the envelope, creating some space on the far wing for Iliuda. And Amaro just trying to make a play. And it's also Trez McLeod from Wheeling Park High School, two-time West Virginia State Player of the Year. Ball played in, and Dan Rose steps is what led to the George Mason tally. Apolinario in the middle of the field takes it away. Apolinario around a defender. Left foot sends it towards net, and Salvato snags it out of the air. Giop went down on the far side. Marshall on the possession. Romberg plays it out far side for Giop. Giop left foot now from Francis, and George Mason's got some opportunity here. Runner behind Holmes. Jansen got around him. Jansen still on the ball deflected on the shot. Bodies go down inside the box. Ball bouncing around. Pinto having to do the defending team and not the aggressor all of a sudden. Iliudo in the box, tries to cross it in the 6, can't do so. George Mason still creating some chances now, tries to cross, and it's a little bit off target. And I've talked with both Chris Grassi and Rafa Samoys, the women's coach. Ball played in, looking for De La Vibora. De La Vibora trips up against the keeper, Salvato. And they're going to say it just rolled across the inline, and it's a goal kick. Salvato, Alvaro Alvarez will take it for Marshall. Another newcomer for this Herd team. Alvarez chips it in, deflected off that time of Giop's head. And what a great save by Salvato, his second of the night. Just punches it into the air and creates another corner kick for Marshall.
That ball looked...
Again, Alvarez in, deflected away. Apolinario gets it. De La Vibora dribbling around, rolls it back, played in. Giop again, and Marshall get an assist on a corner kick earlier. Hands go up. Scher will try to just take a shot and go. You know, again, a freshman from Lisbon, Portugal. Marshall back on the ball. Romberg, top of the 18. Left wing, and Goran right foot, and it's sent away. Great save.
Spot you want that.
Marshall tried to work the through ball, now gets it back to Kiviano Francis. Francis drops it off, and Goran left foot. What a save by What a save by Salvato. And Goran tried to touch again, and a collision with Salvato. Ball goes across the inline. It'll be a goal kick for the Patriots. Marshall was looking for the insurance tally, and Salvato was up to the task right off his face. And Goran back in there again, and looks like he stepped on the right hand. And Ryan Holmes, with that clearance, is going to seal an opening night win for Marshall. And the Thundering Herd will progress to 1-0. Win number 200 for Chris Grassi in his career. And the Thundering Herd starts off the 2025 campaign 1-0.